Today we have a nice relaxing flow, a little stretch that we're gonna hold the poses for a little bit longer than usual. And not quite yin style, but almost. So we're gonna start in child's pose, clasping the hands behind our back. And I will try to do minimal cues as well. Extending your arms into child's pose or wide-legged child's pose. And sometimes I like to put the video on half speed so then it's longer. So I do that sometimes with some videos if you want to try that too. And now I'm moving into some sort of a frog pose. And if you can't do this, then regular child's pose is good. But this just really gets the inner thighs nicely. And we'll be holding that for a little bit. And rolling it up, going into plank and upward dog. I'm just going to do a little stretch before we move on to the next pose. So, stretching the abs and back and the obliques. We are alternating the foot to the opposite side of the mat. Or you can just hold the upward dog or even a sphinx pose if you'd like. Rolling the shoulders back. Plank and downward dog. Now let's reach the right arm to the left ankle and we'll hold that for a little bit. You can go to the outside of the ankle or the inside, whichever feels better for you. And switching sides, the left arm grabs the right ankle. And you may hear some summer sounds in the background, some birds. The birds and the bees and the trees and the lawnmowers, so. Back to downward dog and then lifting the right leg overhead, bending the knee and stepping. That's a little dramatic, but stepping into a runner's lunge. And you can keep the knee on the ground or you can have it hovered as I am doing. And we'll hold this for a little bit. And of course I have my smoothie here just to remind us to eat more fruit and good things. So this is spinach, grapefruit juice, and mangoes. That is it? Yes, frozen mangoes. Now we're coming down into lizard pose. So our forearms are on the ground. We can open the hip as well or not. You can keep the knee on the ground or on the mat. Now lifting the toe into hamstring stretch with the opposite leg on the ground, the knee on the ground, and You can grab your toes or just have your hands on the mat. Now we're going to step the left leg forward, and both of the legs are straight now, and we're stretching the right hamstring again in a different way. And you can also move into a reversed triangle or regular triangle if you'd like. And now we will slowly slide into splits on the right side. Or however low you can go, or whatever sort of hamstring stretch on the right side you'd like to do right now. That's what we're doing. We are bringing it back and curl the toes up into a forward fold now. And you don't need to go this deep, of course. Extra shoulder stretch as well is nice. That was it from the front, and now from the side. And now we'll switch sides. So the right leg steps back and the left leg is forward into a runner's lunge. Good time to take a sip of your smoothie or water. Now bringing your forearms down into lizard pose. And now bringing it back up to a hamstring stretch on the left side. And now stepping the right foot up, and we are into that stretch with both legs straight. Right arm on the ground, left arm up if you want to do the reverse triangle. Now let's go into splits on this side, on the left side. And I'm just showing different variations here. Slowly coming back up to lunge and then to forward fold again. Now we're going to bend the knees. And now we're going to, with the left arm on the ground, right arm up, left knee bent. We're stretching, really get into that right hip there. Now the left arm goes under the leg, and you can grab onto your hand with the other hand there if you're flexible enough. This took me quite a while to do, so it's all right if you're not there. And you can go up onto your tippy toes there on the left side and just hang out here. This is a nice shoulder stretch, as well as the hips and hamstrings. And if you want to challenge your balance, here's another a little bit more difficult one to bring it on up, especially when you're on a squishy yoga mat and grass. But here we're doing it, and we're extending the leg and extending the other arm. And maybe you can grab that foot with the right arm, or not. So let's switch sides. Now, left arm up, the right arm is down, right leg bent, stretching into that left hip. Now your right arm goes under, and you're going to grab the wrist or the hand and twist into this side. And you can try to bring it up here. Another variation is just to hold the knee simply. And grabbing the ankle or the foot. Extending into this V pose. And now switching arms, perhaps. If you can hold this for a little bit, then do that. And forward fold again. Stepping back into downward dog, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, child's pose. And then going to downward dog again. Walking the feet out again. Right leg goes up and stepping into pigeon on the right side. And now we are bending the left knee and grabbing that foot with the right hand. So we're getting the quads too, still stretching the glutes. And you can do it with the other hand as well if that is more comfortable or more different that you'd like to try. Now going into downward dog again. Switching sides. Left leg goes up, stepping into pigeon. Make sure your foot is flexed so that it's safe for the knee. And you can go down or you can stay up like this, either way. And bending the right knee and reaching back with the left hand. Now back into pigeon and then into downward dog again. And now let's open the feet into a wide-legged forward fold. And you can cross the arms or have your hands on your ankles. I like to put my forearms on the ground sometimes. And you can sort of lunge into one side and hold it. And then switching. And now we're going to do Skandasana, deep lunge on this side. Stretching the left hamstrings, getting a sip of smoothie. And switching sides. And coming back into the forward fold. Rolling the shoulders back. Going into a splits or a variation of that. You can have your feet more forward and then it's easier. And you can hold the pose or move. And you can stretch the feet to flexing and pointing the feet. And feel which one is better for you today to do. Reaching to one side, stretching the side, reaching to the other side. And then one final move we're going to do. We're going to come onto your knees and do a little cat and cow first. Arching the back and rounding the back. Rounding. And now we're going to lift the left arm to the sky. You'll feel it in your inner thighs as well as a side body stretch. Bringing it down and switching sides. Right arm goes up. Looking towards the sky. And we'll visit child's pose again. Feeling much more relaxed and stretched and good and flexible. And we shall do an arch here, just like a camel pose. You can grab onto your feet with one hand, or you can grab onto your thighs, or just clasp the hands behind the back. And back onto your knees, and we're done. So that was today's stretch. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you later.